Hey everybody, welcome back to iPhone Bloke, the tech tuber where we help quality people to pick up quality product. Right, so in today's video presentation, I want to talk about one of the important segments which the whole India loves. Want to know what that is? Let's get started. I'm talking about a segment which I think everybody loves in the category of car, and that is mileage. Now, the biggest concern for all of us in the field of mileage, especially with the big vehicle like SUVs, is the maximum amount of mileage. How to fetch the maximum amount of mileage from a so-called big SUVs or so-called compact SUVs. So I've been wondering a lot from past some months now, and I wanted to make a video, not a kind of video where I go ahead and fill petrol and then gauge you and tell you. Well, that's pretty old technique. Let's deep down in the technicality of it and find out how to fetch more information. Let's say fetch more mileage from the SUVs, be it any category, be it the big, the small, and the compact SUVs. So I've got three primary reasons. The first reason is the usage of the clutch and gear. Believe me or not, if you take a survey, 80% of the people, those who drive cars, happen to put their feet on clutch almost all the time, along with a frequent shifting of gear. Trust me, that's a very bad habit. If you really want to get the best possible juice and the mileage from your car, especially the SUVs, you gotta be extremely careful, especially for vehicles those who are under petrol segment. So the lesser you use the clutch and the frequent changing your gears up and down, I think the more you're gonna get so-called the juice from your gas, whether you are into petrol or in diesel. So that's point number one, but a very, very important habit which you all have to adopt going forward. Number two, avoid high RPM. Ask to anybody, ask to people those who drive, let's say, massive buses, ask to people those who drive travels, they'll tell you the moment your RPM needle goes above 2000, you would end up losing 3 to 4 points in your mileage. I can guarantee you on that for sure, because that is one of the key moments where you have to keep a control on your RPM. We do love speed, we do love cruising, and I'm not saying it's a bad habit to have, but if you really want to maintain a good mileage with context to petrol or diesel, it is very, very important for us to keep our engine within 2000 RPM, and that means you have to have the right gear movement. So let's say if you're starting from a gear 1, you should always have within 30. If you want to go gear 2, 30 to 60, gear 3, 60 to 90, gear 4, 90 to 120. So you have to maintain the right ratio of gear changing as well if you want to get the right balance between RPM and the speed. So that's of great importance, and trust me, it works wonders in the real life scenarios. I have seen a lot of people, those who believe in cruising, so sometimes they go up and sometimes they go down. I'm telling you, doing frequent change with RPM and again with the gear, it will not only damage your gear, your overall vehicles, let's say here and there a few hiccups would definitely pop up. It will give you a massive roadblock overall in maintenance of your car too. So if you are really starting a car, go in the right band and then pick it up and then gradually come down, right? So maintaining the right RPM, the right speed is again of great importance. Last but not the least, the usage of AC in bumper to bumper traffic. I totally get it. When it's really hot and humid and sticky and you are stuck in between, let's say, of 1,000 cars or 4,000 cars, which happens in places like Mumbai, Pune, Hyderabad, Bangalore, all these metropolitans. And of course, in an area where there's a lot of crowd. Now, in such situation, what you can do, you can kind of have a chop and change policy. People do not know that whether you keep your AC on 1 or 5, it's one and same, right? So if you want to switch on your AC, keep it for some time, all right? Let's say 10 minutes or 15 minutes if you are in traffic, and then switch it off. Just get the so-called the battery fan on so that it keeps regulating the cool air within the system of your car. But if you keep turning on and off your AC frequently in bumper to bumper traffic, that has a huge impact on your mileage. So that is one of the important facts I thought of sharing with one of all. 3 important tips. First, avoid a frequent use of clutch and gear. Number two, avoid high RPM. If possible, keep it under 2000 RPM. And third is usage of frequent AC on and off in bumper to bumper traffic. Well, with this note, I want to say thank you to one and all for tuning in today. Do subscribe, comment, connect on Twitter and Instagram if you have any questions. And for the time being, you take care and thanks for watching.